This is Sean Allen here from Perth in Western Australia, and I'm sending this short video presentation to the clients that I have that I'm personally coaching in Western Australia and those that are outside of our state and outside of Australia, of course. And I'm also including this to members of the 100 with Tom Callis. It comes as a result of an idea. And obviously all good ideas should be put into action, otherwise they're useless. Now this idea is all about remaining in constant contact with your students. Let's imagine this. Let's imagine that on the weekend they do their 2 or 3 training sessions with you throughout the week, and on the weekend you send them an email which will only take you approximately 5 minutes to produce on a Friday afternoon before you go home. Let's imagine that the email is in addition to your normal newsletter. Now, as you know, you're probably a bit frustrated because your students get sent this PDF with all the information about your club for the next week or 2 weeks or month or whatever it might be, and quite often they don't open it. And if they see that there is a PDF attached, they'll probably go, well, I'll look at that later on, which never gets opened. Let's imagine that on a Friday you do a short, less than 2-minute video presentation put up on YouTube and sent with a link to all of their email addresses, which does several things. Most importantly, it would say, well done on training throughout the last week. And you might even include a short video clip of some of the things that took place in the classes. The next thing you would say is, in the next week, during training for the white belts, we will be doing punch defense. For the yellow belts, we'll be doing defense against a ground attack. And we'll be doing fitness work to join both of those two together. And the final thing that you will have an opportunity to do is to send them a message about the martial arts, and this is direct from you as the master instructor. And quite often with a large school, you don't get a chance to speak one-on-one with all the students or any one of the students. So this could be your opportunity to make a personal contact. It'll take you 5 minutes on a Friday afternoon to do just this. And by the way, if you don't know what is going to take place in the classes next week, I need to see if I can put my hand through this camera and shake your neck a little bit, because you should do. Therefore, you can get the students enthusiastic about what they're going to do next week, and it's a great reason to come back in. Here's an example. This is Kyoshi Sean Allen. I hope you enjoyed the last few clips of what we did in the last week, but I want to also draw your attention to some of the important things that we'll be adding to your curriculum in the next 7 days. During the next 7 days, if you're a white belt, we're going to add to the punch attack work we did in the last week and start to work on punch defenses, so don't miss that. If you're a yellow belt, we'll be working on how to defend against someone who comes underneath your guard and tries to take you to the ground. In all the classes, we'll be working on fitness to join those two things. I'm including in a short clip here of the types of things that we'll be doing next week, just so you can get your head around it. Finally, I want to draw your attention to something that's been all over the news in the last week, and a bit of a cry for help from myself and the staff here at the Academy. As you know, Japan has been hit by a massive earthquake and resultant tsunami. At the Academy here, we're doing something proactive, and we're joining forces with other academies and associations across the world to pitch in so that the Red Cross can use much needed funds to help the possibly millions of people in need over there. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see a method with which we hope to be able to raise $10 per student in this school to be able to send directly to the relief aid in Japan. I'll give you more feedback in next weekend's instalment, but in the process or in the meantime, I hope you have a good weekend, and don't forget, I'll see you next week at training. Well, that's it. Simple. Keep it short, keep it pointed. If you like, you can even use little cheat notes which are stuck on the bottom of the screen right below where you are looking into your camera like I am. Just keeps you on task. But all you got to do is edit it at work or at home later on, put it up on YouTube, send it to all of your students. That's the most important thing, and it just keeps you in constant contact with each and every one of them, because they all have email addresses, and I guarantee you 40% of them, even less, will open up the PDF attachment of your newsletter. But you send them a little YouTube link with you talking straight at them and possibly even having a video of their class in action in the last week and telling them what they're doing in the next week, I guarantee you 95% of them will listen and watch every single second. Let me know how it goes.